Hello, I'm back today with two new plates from MoYou London's Artist collection. This is Artist Collection 26 and 27, and if you've spent any time around my blog or my videos, you know I love anything Art Nouveau, just sends me over the moon. So I had to get these, and I had to buy both plates, both of the XL and the regular size. So one of the cool things that MoYou London does is for a lot of their plates, they release both a regular version, which has smaller images, and an XL version, which has larger images if you have larger nails. And my nails, especially on this hand where they grow a little bit longer, tend to be just a bit too long for the images on the regular plate. So I usually, if I'm just, looking at full nail images that I want to make sure they cover, I'm going to get the XL plate. If there are images where I don't necessarily care if they cover completely, like on this one I don't necessarily care that it covers completely, but what's more important to me is getting all of this lady's lovely face. The same thing here. There are a number of these girls where I want to make sure that their beautiful faces fit on my nail, whereas on this one I'm not sure I'm going to get as much detail on my nail. Now, if I just want to get her face and really focus in on that, then maybe this is the plate that I'm going to use. But if I want to make sure that I get more of the detail there, I'm going to go ahead and use this. So the first thing I am going to do is give you just a couple of seconds. So if you just want to see the images, you can get that done right up front. That's 27, and this is 26. And of course, because the images on the regular size plate are smaller, they can fit more of them. So usually what happens is you get a few extras on this plate, like this gorgeous peacock does not have an equivalent on the other plate, so I wanted to grab this because I love peacocks, and I will make that work somehow on my nail. So you can see here that the design is a little bit more cut off on this than on this. So this goes down a little bit more and goes up a little bit more. So if you want that full archway there, maybe you're going to want to get that XL version. But the scale of the design, so like this part of the design, is about the same size here and there, and that's not always the case. And so then we have the same thing here. You can see the scale is pretty much the same, but there's just more of the design in the XL version. Same thing here with this beauty. We just have a little bit more of her dress and a little bit more of the design above her. So whether you're choosing the XL plate or the regular plate often has a lot to do with what you hope to do with the image. So okay, you can see the same thing here. You just get more of the full circle around her, more of her hair, more up above, but the actual image itself is the same size. So in this case, they didn't just crop her, they cut off this part, which is really great because you can play around with those shapes on your nail. So you could make her into a half moon. Oh, that would be the most beautiful half moon mani ever. Just gorgeous. So you could have her like that, and then on your other nails you could have like maybe one of the gorgeous patterns. Gorgeous, beautiful. So for this one, the bottom part gets really cut off, so if you want that sort of matching pattern there, you're going to want to get the XL. Here's this one. Yep, again, just kind of cropped, but the same scale. Here's this one, and yeah, again, same scale. So this is the same size on here as on here. There's just less of the design over here. Same thing with this design, which this makes me think of jellyfish floating through the water. I love it. I think it's so gorgeous. And here's another one that I think both of these would go well with any kind of underwater nautical mani. So if you want to give your, your deep sea mani a little Art Deco flair this year, this is the plate to do it. Just gorgeous. And then the same thing there with that almost mosaic design, just a little bit of an inset. All right, in terms of size, the XL images are just over ½ an inch wide, and they are just over 3/4 of an inch tall, while the regular size images are just over a little bit over ½ of an inch, an 1/18 of an inch over there, about a 1/16 of an inch over ½ an inch, just about ½ an inch wide. This is 1.2 centimeters wide and 1.5 centimeters tall, whereas the XL versions are 2 centimeters tall and 1.5 centimeters wide. So for how to use these, I would definitely go with vintage colors. I mean, you could do anything. Like this could be gorgeous and, you know, stamped in coral over white or white over coral. You could play around with those spring colors and it would be gorgeous. Or you could, oh my gosh, how gorgeous would that be, stamped in gold over white. Ah, or play around, like mix and match, like that one with that one. And oh, I would turn this one on its side maybe and then have that one still going straight up and down. You could do some gorgeous things with that. I think that vintage colors, so colors that have a more smoked or antiqued feel, would be gorgeous with this. You could go in and make decals, or you could lead light. When I find that whenever I color in faces, unless I'm going for a cartoon look, it doesn't quite look right. But I bet you if you did the Sharpie technique without the watercolor effect that gives, where the colors are much more washed out and gentle, I bet you that would be gorgeous with these. And I think this is great texture for just about anything, Art Deco or not. So, oh, and here's a great, this is actually from the MoYou London, one of their Africa plates, but it has a sort of an Art Nouveau-ish feel to it. So play around with colors here. I've got a pink and coral combination. I think that would look beautiful for this, for that. Any kind of play with colors like that and images like this are going to look beautiful together. Okay, for my stamping test, I am going to use Sally Hansen Insta-Dry in Navy Fleet, and I am going to use my crystal stamper. Let's start with 26. Beautiful. Wow, she has such a beautiful face. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Perfect. Beautiful. So you can see how if you have shorter nails, the regular size image plates may be just fine for you. Beautiful. Oh, that is such great texture. Gorgeous, except for where I didn't scrape quite enough at the top, but the image is perfect. And look at that detail. All right, let's do 27. Now I scraped a little bit off, so let's do that one again. And there we go. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I scraped her at an angle to make sure I got all of this solid, and look, that's just beautiful. Ah, beautiful. Wow, that's impressive for having such big wide spaces that go all over the place. So if you want to get the repeating of those diamonds there, you can definitely do it with the XL plate. Perfect. Gorgeous.